Hey YouTubers, Facebookers and Instagrammers, I have no voice. Unfortunately been ill for about a week or so, which is why I hadn't put a video out last week. I'm just out here with Billy to do a bit of afternoon, evening training, trying to get amongst a few birds. And I just thought I'd touch on a topic. There are always tons and tons of topics. I'm always sat in my car driving along thinking, oh, I need to do something on that, I need to do something on that. Had a lot of people bring up questions on my Facebook page after I put a message out last week saying, sorry, there's no video this week, and any ideas on some things that I could cover. The problem is a lot of things that I can cover are often quite complicated, and I wish there were sometimes simple answers to the things that people were asking me. And it might seem like there are simple answers sometimes, but sometimes the answers are, well, what's the situation with you? Have you done this? Have you done that? It's not as simple as just do that and it'll fix your problem. It's never that simple. And I will try and get through some of the questions that I have had, but as I said, they never are simple questions. Never simple answers, even though they seem like there might be. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to say was, is your dog is a direct product of what you do. So if you spend your time thoroughly working through the training that you have to do, you don't cut corners, you're not sloppy, and you shouldn't get a sloppy result. But for example, giving a prime example, if you are someone that lets their dog out and just lets your dog run around and do what it wants, right, Billy, if you let your dog just run around and let it do what it wants most of the time, then you're going to probably have a sloppy dog. Everything you see me do in my vlogs, that's not very straight, is it? Everything you see me do in my vlogs is exactly what I do, and outside of that I'm not doing anything else, and most of the time I'm repeating myself. I think a question was, what do I do outside of my training? And it's like, well, nothing. My dogs are in their kennel boxes. They obviously get let out to regularly go to the toilet. But apart from what you see me do, that is all that I do. And I'm not letting my dogs off to romp around a field. I'm not casually letting them do what they want. Everything that I do is very, very structured. Hence why I get a very structured dog. And amongst my friends and people that I train with, they know that I don't do that will do. I have a saying which comes across from my fishing background actually, which is close enough is not good enough. It needs to be spot on. And that's the saying that I have with everything that I do. I also have another saying which is, if there's any doubt, there's no doubt. And what I mean by that, if there's any doubt you're not ready to do something, or something is not spot on yet, I don't go to that next stage. Because if you start cutting corners, showing dogs different options, it will generally, and I say generally because what I mean by that is there are always going to be some dogs where you could do nothing right and they still turn out pretty straightforward, but that is in the minority, not the majority. So what I'm trying to get is, I do everything thoroughly, I don't cut corners, I don't go to the next stage. Even if you think you should be doing that next stage, it's irrelevant. If you can't do the stages below those, and you can't do those without thinking, or the dog can't do those without thinking, then you don't go to that next stage. Because as soon as you put a few more layers on top of your training, that training below that's holding up those new bits, as that starts to degrade where you can't keep an eye on that, things start to fall apart. Hardest thing is being patient. I'm always saying to everyone, all the time, everything is repeat. It doesn't matter you're bored of doing that. You've got to keep doing it until you can do it without thinking about it. The dog can do it without thinking about it. Anyway, this is like one of my old school videos that I used to make. But it is true, like with my vlogs, I'm not doing so many now because I am just repeating all the stuff that I've been doing for the past month. And I will carry on repeating that probably for the next 6 or 8 months. Things change through the summer months. I work slightly more on handling, less on hunting, but I'm aiming towards next season where I put everything together. But it is a case of repeat, hunting, stopping, spitting, handling, leave that, pick that, repeat, left and rights and backs, straight, memory, sense, everything's just repeat. And I know that's boring to see and boring to do, but that's all that I'm doing, just refining what I've got. So just try and remember, some of the training that you do might be a bit boring at times, but you have to be patient and don't be sloppy. That's the main difference probably between me as a professional and a lot of amateurs, is I'm not being casual with what I'm doing. It's my playground. I repeat, I don't give the dog options. They only know what I want, and consequently, that's why you'll generally see quite a well-polished dog. Anyway, I hope this has been useful. I've got a sore arm holding this phone up. Anyway, happy training, guys.